session.
Okay, so we are live. So, hello everyone. It's a pleasure to see all of you here today, joining us for this special event hosted by Women Tech Makers Nagpur. Today we have an incredible event planned for that's all about empowering, supporting everyone in the tech industry. We believe in creating a more diverse and inclusive tech community. That's what Women Tech Makers Nagpur is all about. Without further ado, let me introduce our amazing speaker, Riti Kumari. She is a trailblazer in tech world and currently serves as a software development engineer at Walmart. Our speaker has achieved remarkable milestones in her career, from contributing to groundbreaking projects to mentoring and inspiring countless individuals in the tech field. She embodies the spirit of Women Techmakers Nagpur, promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion in technology. I would like to call upon Riti Kumari to tell about her experience and guide us. Thank you, Riti Kumari, for joining us. Please continue.
Thank you, Pooja, for such a great introduction. So, hi all. I am Riti. Currently, I am a software engineer too at Walmart. Apart from this, I love to help the community. I upload mostly notes, resources, and everything which is required for placements on different platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, Telegram, etc. Also, right now I've started my YouTube channel as well, and there also I'm uploading some DBMS series videos, so that core CS is also a major part of placement, so that it would be also helpful for you guys in your placements. Apart from this, I'm a very fun loving person, and I let's go on to the session first. I guess my intro wouldn't be something which should be very boring, so this is for my intro. So today we have planned a session on how to crack off-campus placements. So the first question which would come to your mind is, how are you eligible to tell us that how we should crack off-campus placement? So wouldn't say that I am eligible, but just for your reference, I have cracked almost 13 plus offers off campus only, because in my college there was less, or to be honest, no on campus placement. So I have to sit only for off campus placements. So I applied to almost 50 plus companies, and there were rejections, there were hardships, there were times when I was rejected from the final round of interview. But yes, hard work pays off. So after that, I was able to crack 13 plus companies, and the companies included companies like Ecolite, TCS, Wipro, Infosys, Paytm, BNY Milan, and much more. So like Walmart as well. So I have prepared a PPT for all of you. Let me just share my screen, if it's visible. Okay. Can anyone confirm that if my the PPT is visible or not?
Yes, Riti, you are audible.
No, I'm just asking about the PPT, if it's visible or not. I've shared it. I don't know as a co-host if I have the permissions of sharing it, but I've added the slide. Okay, it's not visible. Let me check once again. Actually, I'm just presenting and I've added the slide. Okay, and it's removed from studio edit name. Actually, I'm just presenting and I've added the slide. Okay, and it's removed from studio edit name. Okay, I'm just presenting and I've added the slide. Okay, and Pooja, can you please mute yourself? I guess the voice is echoing. Pooja, can you please mute yourself? Thank you so much. I don't know for whatever reasons. I guess I am the co-host, so I'm not able to share the screen of the slide because I've added it here, but it's not showing me any option to present. It's only showing me an option to remove from studio and edit the name. Just a second, I'll try at the last. Else, we will just proceed at. Uh, okay, I guess now it should be visible to all of you.
I
Pooja,
think
can
you
you
need to
confirm?
share your whole screen and then just select screen then agree.
Is the PPT visible now or it's not? Um, just give me a second, guys. No. Okay, let's just proceed ahead with this. I don't want to waste much of the time. So basically, we are here to know that how to crack off-campus placement. But before knowing that how to crack off-campus placement, there are many steps involved in cracking a off-campus placement. So we will see a proper breakdown of all the steps and what we need to do to achieve that. So firstly, matlab, if we are going to apply for any company, we need to have some skills, we need to have some projects, we need to have some fundamental knowledge. So basically the very first step is preparation. So yeah, so the very first step is preparation. So how to start your preparation? So anyone asked me this question, that how to start our preparation, the very first doubt which comes to anyone's mind is which programming language to choose. So basically there are many programming languages. Most commonly three programming languages are something which is more popular. So that consists of C++, Java, and Python. Now, you would be having a question that which programming language to choose among these three, C++, Java, or Python. So I choose C++. My personal preference was C++. The reason behind that was because the execution time is very good. Else you can proceed ahead with any of the programming language. But why I prefer C++ is because in our first semester we get to learn about C programming language. So after learning C, C++ is kind of a cakewalk. It might be controversial, but I think so. So if you have a good command on C, so C++ won't be something which would be very tough to you. So again, coming to different programming languages like Java and Python. So Java gives you an edge. How it gives you an edge? So when I was applying for off-campus placement, now when I was giving the online assessment of different companies, I saw that there were only two language preference. First one was Java, second one was Python. So I was a bit confused because I was someone who was going through C++ only. But it took me around 10 to 15 days only to switch to Java. So if you have a good command on any of the programming language, it would not take more than 2 weeks to switch to another programming language. So language shouldn't be or never be any constraint. So the very first step is to choose a programming language. Now coming to the second step. So we have choose the programming language. We have learned the basic concepts as well as intermediate concepts. Now we need to implement that concepts. Now we have a problem statement and we need to use some data structure, some algorithms to solve that particular problem. So the second and the most, I guess, hard topic people say is data structures and algorithms. So for the C programming language, if you're someone who is looking out to learn any programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python, there are numerous YouTube videos available online where you can see. So all these are free, but if you're someone who wants a very structured course, wants a technical support as well, want a teaching assistant as well, so in that case you can take a paid course. But I guess there are many free courses available on any programming languages of your choice, C, C++, Java, Python. So you can prefer that. Now the second thing is data structure and algorithm. So again, language shouldn't be a constraint in learning data structures or algorithm or implementing the algorithms. So for data structure and algorithm, you can start with very basics of like first revise the programming language you have choose, like C, C++, Java, Python, some basic concepts, and then you can start solving questions. So you can start with arrays and then go to string, and then followed by binary search, binary trees, graphs, and etc. concepts. So when you want to learn DSA, so there is like some approaches you can follow. So firstly, what you can do is now you can pick out any of the playlist. Again, I'm talking about a free playlist which is available on YouTube. It's totally up to your choice if you want to go to a free course or a paid course, but I'll talk in the context of a free playlist which is available. So in the free playlist which is available, firstly, you can go to any of the playlists which is present on the YouTube or other platforms as well. I see Udemy also have some courses, edX also have some courses, Coursera also have some courses. So whatever you feel comfortable for yourself, you can choose that particular playlist. What you can do is you can watch the video of the theory part only. I'm not talking about the problem solving or something. About the theory part, you can watch the video. Then at the very first question, don't go and watch the video. First try to solve the question by yourself, because see, if you have basic programming concept only you can at least approach the question, or you can ultimately solve the question as well. So try to solve the question. If you're not able to solve the question, then go ahead, watch the hint of that particular question, and then try again to solve the question. Even if after that you're not able to, then you can go and watch the tutorial and then go ahead and solve the question. So at the very first you won't be able to solve any question, so don't be demotivated. Like I guess around 20-30 questions would be there, in which you need to watch some tutorial, get some hint and etc. But after that, if you keep the consistency, you would be able to ultimately solve different questions of different which applies to different data structures and algorithms. So second thing is data structures and algorithms. Now coming to the third part, that is core CS subjects. So many people neglect the core CS subjects because they think that okay, we will prepare for it in the last 1 week. And Pooja, actually, I'm trying to share the PPT, but I'm not able to. Maybe I'm a co-host and only host can share. I'm
Yeah,
not
can you
sure.
please share to me? I'll present. I'll just
Okay,
message
so
in
I
the
need to get a link for that. Just give me 1 minute. And Pooja, I don't know your like your voice is, my voice is very much echoing when you are on unmute. Just give me some time. Link. Okay. Okay, I am providing the link in the comment section. See if you can share it.
Okay.
Sorry, actually, I didn't pay the attention in the chat section. Yeah. So coming to the second part, now sorry, coming to the third part, that is core CS subjects. So basically, many people neglect this. Key core CS subjects will prepare in the last 1 week. What is there in core CS subjects? We have to prepare DSA only. We have to do that only. But it's not true, guys, because the mostly online assessment which I have given in my entire journey of placements and applying to companies, I have seen core CS questions being asked in the online assessment. Many people tend to start the interview with the core CS questions as well. And now you will ask, what is core CS? So core CS basically includes subjects like topics like DBMS, database management system, operating system, OOPS, object oriented programming language, and computer network. So many companies in their online assessment as well as in their interviews ask about core CS subjects. So again, what steps you should follow to prepare for core CS subjects? The answer is very crisp and clear. Whenever you prepare for your semester exams, prepare it in a very good manner. Then you don't need to prepare it again. So it's not that ki core CS ke liye you need a dedicated like what to say, like you need to pay some dedicated attention, or if you are prepared for a semester then also you need to do that and etc. Like this, I prepared core CS during my semesters only. And after that like it was matlab, I never needed to open the playlist again. I just used to make some notes, and that notes helped me a lot. So whenever you are preparing for core CS subjects, three things you should keep in mind. First, always take notes of that particular topic, or that particular that particular lecture which you are having, or like just for a reference. Also you can take some screenshots as well. Nowadays people tend to attach all the screenshots and have a look on that before their interviews or before their semesters as well. Second thing which you should keep in mind is keep core CS is something na कि you shouldn't treat it as a theory ki theory hai rat lete and we will go ahead and give the interviews or online assessment. Core CS is something you need to understand it, right? So if someone asks you a twist question, you should be able to answer that. Now third thing, core CS is important for interviews. So never ever think that core CS ke bina you would be able to clear the interviews. Like there are many companies, I'm not generifying it like all of the companies, but there are many companies which tend to ask core CS subjects. So please pay attention on that. And okay, so the PPT is being shared, and I guess the three pointers I have covered. Now, coming to the fourth pointer is preparing some projects. So, projects are something I have seen that many people get very conscious that I haven't made any project. Would I be able to clear that company? Would I be able to sit in the placement? Would I be able to clear the resume screening only? So, there are three phases, right? Someone applies for internship, So there would be 2 months internship, there would be a 6 months internship, then for placements like full-time job roles. So when you're applying for 2 months internship, I guess it starts with the very like first year end and second year very start. So at that time you don't have much time to prepare projects, but you need to have something in your resume to make it look good. We can frame it in that manner. So that time what you can do is now, on the basis of oops concept, you can prepare projects like you can prepare a bank system, you can prepare a hospital management system, you can prepare a library management system. So oops is a very strong tool. So if you don't have time to go through web dev videos or android dev mlai videos, then what you can do is you can just prepare a good project on oops and try to prepare it by yourself. Don't copy paste, so that if interviewer asks any question, you have a solution for that. Now coming to people who are having like who are sitting for internships for 6 months or placements as a full-time associate. So for them, see, right now the competition is very much what to say, like right now the competition is at very much higher pace, that even if a company shares its opening, in within like 8 hours there are 14,000 applicants who have applied. So you can see the competition is there. So if you need to stand out in that competition, it's a very harsh truth, but you need to have some at least good projects. Not I'm saying ki have 2 or 3 or 4 awesome projects. At least have one good project in your hand which you are very much confident enough, which is like for you, you think that okay, there is a front end, there is a back end, there is a connection between them. If we are feeding any data, it's getting stored in the database. At least a full stack project is something which would act like it would make a miracle if you host it on any of the free hosting platforms. So you can make any of the projects. Again, going to some different areas of tech in which you can make projects. I'm not very much familiar with ai and data science, so I can't give you a more brief on how to prepare projects on that particular tech. But yeah, in the full stack development, I made like couple of projects during my internships and placements, like during my internships and when I was applying for a full-time associate as well. So you can like choose any of the path for you. Either it's web dev, either it's android dev, either it's machine learning, either it's ai, either it's I guess there is many IoT, and like there are many fields, AI and different things. So you can just proceed ahead with making projects. Now coming to the final part. Now you are done with your preparation. You have mastered a programming language. You have learned DS algo. You have used some coding platforms to practice some DS algo questions. You have done with the core CS subjects. You have prepared the projects. Now the very final part is applying to companies. But before applying to companies, the very first thing companies does is screen your resume. So you need to get your resume better. So now how you can get your resume better is कि, firstly, nowadays companies what they use now, they use a ATS scanner for your resume. So what does ATS scanner does? So consider that I am throwing a job opening, and in the job description I have written that someone who is having a good knowledge about Spring Boot, Java is like that is the person which I am looking for. So what ATS does now, it picks up the keywords, it matches it with your resume, and if your resume is give some X percentage of match, it passes the ATS. Like there are more things, but I'm just briefing about one thing, like just to let you know that what ATS does. So what you can do is कि whenever you are applying to companies, okay, so it's not possible for you to mention all of your skills, like never mention skills in which you have watched a 1 hour boot camp and you are just mentioning that I am master in that. Never do that. But consider you're applying for a Python developer, okay, and one time you're applying for a software developer. So you can go through the job description of both. You can see that in a Python developer, mostly shayad se there would be Django, there would be Flask, there would be much more things. So what you can do, if you have any knowledge about any of these technologies, you can mention that in your resume, and you can use that resume for applying to that particular company. But consider you are applying as a software developer and they have some skills like problem solving, data structures, good with Java or good with C++, something like that. So any of the skill which matches your skills, you can just go ahead and mention that in the skill section. Now how you can make your resume better? Firstly, start with the college, or start with the like your current CGPA in your college, and then you can give your class 12th or 10th marks. 10th percentage is almost not necessary, but 12th and college CGPA is almost matlab majorly it's being asked. Now you can, what you can do after that section is mostly called as education section. So after education section you can mention your work experience. In work experience, if you have worked at any of the internship, you can mention your projects. You can mention what you have done in that project, what was your work experience there. Don't give a paragraph about everything, just give some one or two liners, that would be very much useful. And after the work experience you can mention your projects, so that you can say, okay, in internship I worked on this project, and in the next part you can give a brief about your project, that what the project was all about. If you haven't done any internship, so you can leave that work experience section blank or remove it from resume. But do make sure that if you are removing that work experience section from your resume, mention some good couple of projects, because in internship we mostly work on projects. So mention some good couple of projects, so that you can say, okay, I didn't did any internship, but I have good projects in my hand. Then in the next section, you can mention about your skills, about your coding platforms, lead code, GFG, if you use GFG, lead code, code forces, code chef. There are many, hacker rank, hacker earth, whichever platform you have used. You can just go ahead and mention about that platform. If you want, you can also mention your rating, but that is, I think, not very much necessary. If it's very good, you can go ahead and mention about that, no problem. And also give it a clickable, like present it in a clickable way, so that lead code is mentioned, your number of questions solved is mentioned, and whenever someone clicks on lead code, it forward it to your profile. So that you can do. Now the last section, what you can do is mention the achievements. So consider that you have participated in any of the coding contest and you secured this global rank, so you can mention about that. In your college you have participated in any fest or any hackathon, you can mention about that. Even if you are a volunteer in college, or if you are leading something, you can mention about that. So in achievement section you can mention whatever you want to. Don't mention that I am good at cooking or I am good at singing. I guess that won't be very much relatable to the job profile you are aiming for. So that thing you can do. Again, many people mention about the languages they know, so I don't think that you should mention that. Many people mention about their certification, but nowadays your skills matter more than your certification. So because I've seen that many platforms provide certification even if you don't complete the course. So certification is not something which is a mandatory thing, but skills are something on basis of which you would be judged. So this is all about like how you can prepare for off campus placement till resume. Now the very last part is apply to different companies. Now how you can apply to different companies? So basically what you can do is keep, firstly there are many companies. You can categorize that companies: product based companies, service based companies, startups. Now you need to know that which company you want to work with. Like you want to work with a big MNC, or you want to go to a startup and learn, like gain all the learning experience. You need to figure that out. Now there are many companies which post their job openings, so there you can either apply via resume or via referral. But there are some companies which don't post openings for like tier 3 graduates, or some companies where your college name is not there. So what you can do in that case? So in that case, the best thing what you can do is cold emailing. So you can go ahead and like put all your achievements, put all the thing you want to, like, hi, I am Riti, currently I am like I have done internships or at this particular firm, I am passionate software developer, and something like that about yourself. Then about a bit about your achievements, and then your coding profiles if aiming for a software developer job. You can drop an email to the different recruiters of this company. Also you can apply via careers portal. So careers portal is something which many people doesn't know, that if you go ahead and apply via career portal, yeah, I'm not showing that saying that there is 100% chances of selection, but yeah, if even if there is a 5% chances, why not to go ahead and apply? So you can also apply via the careers portal of the company, or you can just cold DM people of that company, or someone who is at a great position at that company. Maybe if they find you very much capable, they would refer you, or even if there is no job opening, they would give you a chance to come and interview at that particular company. So Pooja, can you move to the next slide? Okay, so there are many things you should keep in mind before appearing for the interviews. So the first thing is research about the company. So what I do in na ki whenever HR round happen, what I do ki I research about the company. It's not that when the company was established or why the company name is this particular name or where it is headquartered. These are something which is essential and important, but also know about what the company is latest doing. Like, is company switching to the cloud infrastructure? What is the new thing company is trying to achieve? Which all bonds company is making? Because see, in an interview you need to show that particular interview that you are interested in that company. It's not like it's not a history game, right? Company was established in X year and it is headquartered at this particular place. You can ask, okay, I saw a news article where I got to know that company is bound forming a bond with this particular thing. Company is moving to cloud architecture. Company is doing this. So in this way, recruiter or the interviewer would be like very much happy with the fact that okay, at least you are doing a proper research about the company. So always have a good research about the company. Now the second fact is understand the role. Review the job description to discuss how your skills matches the role. Many people complain that we are receiving rejections, we are not getting calls from the company, because I've seen that many people, what they do is they tend to apply to a 1+ year job role when they are fresher. So in that case, how will you receive a approval, or like how will you receive an online assessment link or an interview call? So if you are someone who is applying as a fresher, target the roles which are for freshers. Now, second thing is ki if you are a Java developer and you are applying for a Python developer role and you don't have skills matching to that in your resume, again that would be a chances of rejection. Now, the third chances of rejection could be that many companies set a CGPA limit, that if the CGPA is above this in off-campus placement, I'm not sure about what happens in the on-campus placement. I'm talking about off-campus. So mostly companies put it like 8.5 CGPA or 8 CGPA above. So if it's less than that and if you go ahead and apply, again there are chances of rejection. So always have a good look at the job description, if it matches your profile or not, if they have any criteria for the same or not, and then go ahead and apply. Again, you can apply it in two ways, either direct or via referral. So the third thing is practice common questions. So what happens like whenever we sit for interviews of different companies, many people upload like what kind of questions are being asked, like in the form of blogs, in the form of videos. So always have a look through on what are the most common questions asked, what are the most interview questions being asked, how they are being asked, like how people are approaching to that question. So it will give you a view of like how the interviews take place at that particular XYZ company. So yes, company wise the interviews differ, because in some companies system design is also asked from freshers, but in some companies it's not. So it's always a good key whenever you are sitting for any company's interview or any company's online assessment, just go through the entire blog post uploaded by anyone, that how the interviews take place or how the online assessment for that particular company takes place, and always practice that question. Now, fourth thing is review your resume, highlight relevant achievements and experiences. As I told 2 to 3 minutes back, that always try to highlight your achievements, because that is something which would help the person to know ki, okay, you are an achiever, you have achieved like a good rank in a good contest, you are someone who is leading a good society in your college, you are someone who is very much interested to participate in hackathons. So things like that. So always make your resume, because see, resume is the first thing which can either like screen you to the next rounds, or either you can get rejected from your resume. So always focus more on building your resume in a very good way. Now, maintaining a positive mindset. So yes, many people fear with the fact that what if I get rejected even before giving the interviews, even before giving the online assessment. So don't have this thinking, because it's like uh, anything is being started and you just gave up before it getting started. So don't ever think about this ki what will happen next. Always think about this ki okay, this is something I have to go, this is something, this is an online assessment I have to give. Let's see what the best I can do for that. This is the interview I have to give. Let's see what best I can do for that particular interview. So don't have that fear of rejection or failure inside your mind, because it would ultimately ruin your interview, and like you would also be in guilt. So always be with a positive mindset whenever you are appearing for any of the online assessment or any of the interviews. Now, this is the point I agree the most: utilize LinkedIn. Huh. So there were many companies which reached me out, and many recruiters who reached me out just because of my LinkedIn. Because earlier I used to upload all the projects I used to make, like a demo, like a video about the project, that what all things I've done in that project, all the achievements I had. Like if I have given any coding contest, then I used to upload about my achievements, upload about my projects, upload about my like career, what I am thinking to, what I am planning about, what all things I'm doing right now, or what all things are there that I am very keen to learn about. So LinkedIn is the best platform where you can find connections or networks who can like refer you to different companies, recruiters as well, who can help you to clear the interview process or clear the online assessment process. Like, so there are many things. So LinkedIn is a very great platform where you can go ahead and build some great networks and great connections. And also there are numerous resources, notes also being shared on LinkedIn, so I don't think you need to go anywhere else apart from LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm not able to see the next set of things because I'm able to see only my face. I guess the last pointer is related, something related to sleep and relaxation. So yeah, always get yourself relaxed. Always get a plenty amount of sleep before your interviews, because it would be really helpful to you if you are sitting for any of the companies. Because see, whenever you sleep, you get yourself relaxed. So you have that thing in your mind ki, okay, I am relaxed right now, now I can go ahead and give the interview. There are things like I personally myself, when I used to give interviews on the night of consider the interview is happening today. So yesterday night I used to wake up whole night and just re-revise everything and do. And I really used to like ruin my interview, because there were many concepts which I knew I know, but I won't be able to speak that time because I have forgotten everything. So it applies to exams as well, it applies to interviews as well, it applies to everything. So always get a good sleep, peaceful sleep before your interviews, so that you can at least have all these things in your mind. And you don't yes, what you can do is keep before interview 1 or 2 hour you can take to re-revise some concepts, but don't wake up all night long and then give the interviews. uh, yeah, so I guess these are the pointers which I would suggest to keep in mind before appearing for interviews. And this is like all about what I think one should keep in mind before preparing for on-campus or off-campus placements. And I think these pointers would really help you to get ahead, even if you are a working professional as well. Many people switch from one company to different companies, and they are being asked DS algo questions, they are being asked for CS subject questions, they are being asked about the projects as well. So it would be really helpful that if you uh, keep your focus on all these pointers and get yourself ahead with the off-campus placements. Uh, so yeah, this was from my end. Yeah, and thank you all for listening. I guess I am also I got it in a very one go, but thank you all for patiently listening to it, and I hope this pointers help you all.
Yeah. Wow, what an informative session for our students. Thank you so much, Riti, for your insightful presentation. I must say, our audience really enjoy it and gain a valuable knowledge from you. Thank you again for guiding us. Now it's time for some interaction, and we have some questions in chat. So let's answer that.
Okay. Mm,
So first
can you
question,
pin the comments?
yes, I'll read it out for you.
Okay,
So,
okay, sure.
first question is, ma'am, how can we impress the HRs at the time of off-campus placement?
Uh, you exactly don't need to impress the HRs, but you need to keep in mind uh, impress it with your skills, impress them with your projects, impress them with your resume. So I guess the resume is only the first thing through which anyone who is like approaching any person for a referral can get impressed. Anyone who is giving an interviewer is having a look on your resume, so he or she can get impressed. So make your resume or add some skills, add some projects so that your resume gets highlighted. So resume is the thing which should get highlighted and which is something which would be really helpful to impress anyone in the interviews or anyone if you're asking for referrals or even the HRs as well. So I guess the resume building is the must for impressing any HR or any person.
Yes, well said. Resume building is the first step, and you impress the HR with your skills. Okay, so go to the next question. How did you reply to strength and weakness questions?
Okay, so basically, see, strength and weakness question is something you should be honest about, because see, there are many blogs written on different platforms that how one should answer that, what are your strength and weakness and everything like that. But don't always copy that blogs and say that in an interview, because it's like कि मैं वहाँ गई, I memorized everything and I just spelled it out in my interview. So don't answer it in that way. What you can do is कि whenever someone asks you about your strength, so be, at least be honest. So you can say that, okay, problem solving is my strength. My weakness is something that I spend too much time on problem solving, but I am trying to get it cured, or get it get some less time doing that question solving. I'm not getting a proper word, but you can frame it in that way that my strength is that I love problem solving, but my weakness is I tend to take some more time while solving the problem on which I am currently working. So it's kind of a thing like you are portraying a negative thing that I take a lot of time I won't say, but I'm taking some more time in problem solving. But again, you are adding a positive factor that thing I'm keeping in mind and I'm improving myself day by day. So in this way, you can answer the strength and weakness question so that you yourself is not being portrayed in a negative way. Also, you are letting the person know that you are having all the scopes of improvement and you're working on your negative part. It's not that if there is some weakness inside you, you are leaving it aside. You are taking that weakness and you're working on it. That is more important rather than having zero weakness. So I guess you can answer the questions on weakness and strength in this particular manner. That yes, I have this particular weakness, but I am working on it, and I hope that within time it would be resolved or it would be cured.
Okay, so next question is, guys, okay, how and whom to ask for referrals? Is it really important to do so?
Okay, so I think that kind of the referral system is broken now, because referral system was tend to be for like I am referring someone to my company. So I am referring some 5 to 6 people to my company because I am at least guaranteeing that okay, they are good enough people, they would be a good asset to the company. But nowadays everyone is referring everyone, so referral system is kind of broken. But yes, again there is one thing na, ki if anything makes at least 1 to 2% of your chances getting selected, why not do that? So referral system is something, yes, you should always try to take reference from people and apply to company. But what my suggestion would be ki at least apply, like ask to someone for referral, but within if you don't get a reply within 1 day, just go ahead and apply directly, because I've seen many companies who closes their job openings within 24 hours, and there are many job openings for which referral is also not applicable. Like I get many pings that ma'am, please apply me to this particular job ID or this particular job description and everything, like giving a job ID that please help me apply to this particular job ID or please give me a referral. But what happens is ki, when I talk to HR, I get to know ki, okay, this is for on campus folk who are being onboarded to the company. So again the same thing is ki I can't refer anyone, because I myself is knowing that this is for on-campus people who are just onboarding themselves to the company. So there are many such cases which happens in companies to companies. So it's not possible that every job ID has a referral, but why not to ask anyone? Like again, if anyone is if anything is giving you at least 2 to 3% of chances of being selected or getting an online assessment link, you should totally go ahead.
Okay. Rightly answered this question. I hope Isha, you get your answer. Next question, ma'am. What will be the roadmap from first year? Okay, from first year, what will be the roadmap?
Roadmap would be kind of similar of what I discussed in the session as well. Like there would be 3 4 things which you should keep in mind, like preparing or having a good command on one programming language, then starting your DS algo journey, then exploring on core CS subjects and side by side exploring on projects as well, and then making your resume. I guess this is a generic roadmap which anyone can follow. Now, people ask for roadmap generic to first year, second year, third year, or fourth year. So, if you are starting in first year, you have a lot of time. So, you can take like almost 4 to 5 months for only solving the essay question, 4 to 5 months for only making projects. But if you are in second year, and someone has started from the first year itself, and you both are going to appear for that particular interviews or that particular company, so you lack something, so you need to give some extra time. So it's like the roadmap remains the same. It's just about the time how much you give. So it like starts increasing when you proceed ahead in your semesters, like fifth semester, sixth semester, seventh semester. So you need to give more time to your preparation. But if you're someone in first year, I don't think you need to panic much about your preparation, because you have ample amount of time, and the preparation goes in one programming language, like having a good knowledge about one programming language, getting into DS algorithm, solving questions on different coding platform, getting yourself exposed about core CS, and then side by side getting yourself exposed about some development projects or projects, whichever stream you want to have or whichever tech you want to have, and then ultimately making a good resume and applying to the companies.
Right. Next question is, how did you reply to strength and weakness? Again, the same question. Riti has already answered, guys. So you can check after live the event. So how you can answer this question. Next one is, how can we apply with referrals? Again, same question.
Okay. I guess this has been answered, but if you want to apply with referral, what you can do is ki any person, like if you have a job opening from Amazon, so you can ask any person in Amazon to refer you. But again, the same thing is any person won't refer a stranger. So at least form a good particular message, which don't make it very big, but form a message which mentions about you, like why you are so passionate about this roles and your achievements, so that person get to know, okay, this particular person is a good coder, or this particular person has good skills, so I can refer that person. So always try to mention that before attaching your resume, and do mention the job ID, because no one is going to take their time and search if there is any opening available for freshers, if there is any opening available for 1 plus years of experience and 2 plus years of experience. I've seen many people DM ki please apply, please refer me, but there is no job ID. So again, the same thing is like, if for fresher, like if I am gonna do all the research, what you are gonna do? So just ping the job ID, okay, this is the job ID, this is my resume, this is my achievements, can you please refer me? So I'll take out time ki, "Okay, I have the job ID, I'll go ahead and I will search that if it's applicable for referral or not, and then I'll refer." But for such messages that please refer me, but there's no job ID, I am a fresher, I am someone who's 2024 graduate or 2025 graduate, again, that doesn't make any sense, because ultimately it's your career, you are gonna ask someone to apply. So please provide the job ID, that would be very helpful. And many people don't get referral because of this thing only, because many people don't give their job IDs and they say that, okay, they this person didn't refer me, but provide the job ID, that would be very beneficial for you.
Yes, and I think LinkedIn is a great platform, guys. So be there, be a part of networking, so you can get resources for your referrals as well. And yes, do mention job ID. Okay. Next question is, what type of projects did you make in full stack?
So basically, I made various kind of projects. So my major project which I showed to them was na, ki in second year I got a internship in a startup. So it was like kind of a very early age startup. So they asked me, that was kind of an astrology platform. So in that platform, there were many astrologers who were present there, and there was a chatbot as well. And you can select any of the astrologer, and you can discuss about anything. So basically, it was based on astrology thing. So I made that particular project. They gave me the internship stipend as well, but I don't know that startup got closed because they weren't a kind of a registered company. So they were just preparing their platform. Priorly they used WhatsApp for all the communications, but they wanted a platform, and I made that platform, but again the startup got closed. So what I did was ki, since I did all the thing like making the front end, making the back end UI UX, so I just uploaded that particular project on my GitHub, and I used to show that particular project because it had everything: front end, back end, database integration, everything. So like there are a couple of project ideas that you can make a to-do list. You can make a like you can expose any of the APIs of Google Dictionary, and you can make a translator out there are like numerous number of projects. You can make a clone as well. Clone is something people doesn't prefer because it's like if what you are doing extra in clones. So what you can do is ki, don't make an exact clone, but you can make an e-commerce website. You can make a fashion website, you can make a store website. Like there are numerous projects which you can make. You can use some couple of APIs which are being exposed from different companies. You can use that, you can utilize that. You can use couple of APIs being exposed by Google as well. So see, chat GPT is something which is like quite popular nowadays, so you can make something like chat GPT as well. So there are a couple of projects which you can make. Projects is something which is going to solve a real world problem. So just think of something that which is going to solve a real world problem. Sorry, Pooja, I'm taking a bit more time. Just I want to give a context. So
No, no.
there was one thing which I thought that is a kind of a real world problem, and I thought to make a project on that as well. So what we like, suppose I am a bachelor, right? I get my food from some XYZ tiffin service. But what if like there is raining outside, and the tiffin service doesn't give me breakfast or dinner for that particular day? So I tend to cook myself. Now I for cooking I order atta, I order everything which is required. But again, that thing I get in quantity like 1 kg, 2 kg, or 3 kg, or something like 250 grams or 50 grams. But again, I am ordering 50 grams, but I am using only 10 grams. So that 40 grams is wasted, and again I'm not gonna cook until my tiffin services stop or the guy doesn't deliver me. So what if to make a particular platform where you can give some amount of like you can provide some amount of grams. Okay, I want 2 gram of this particular thing. It will cost you the same what 2 amount of gram would cost. It would just make it in a paper bag and something like this. Just I'm giving a context, like this is something which is solving a real world problem. So make projects on that.
Okay. Next question. Can you share any resources, platform, or website which you use while preparing for placement?
I guess there is a, just give me a second. So I have prepared a GitHub repo, and I guess that is kind of quite popular among the people. Called resources for preparation of placement. So there I have like given all the resources, like starting from full stack development, DS algo, programming language, and everything is there. So just okay, I got the link. I'm just bringing in the chat section. So you can have a look at this particular. Okay, I can't connect to the comment. Pooja, I'm giving you the link. Please share. Okay.
Yes.
So you can have a look at that particular GitHub repo. It has everything, starting from programming language, DS algo in different programming languages, then projects, AI, ML, lead code problems, everything is there. So you can have a look.
Okay. Till time we take next question. From where should we prepare for aptitude and where we would solving coding questions from for the company?
Okay. So for aptitude, I never prepared for aptitude because like I was kind of a olympiad person. I used to give numerous kind of olympiads in my school. So at that particular time only the aptitude was kind of good enough, so I never need to prepare explicitly for aptitude. And also my father used to teach me many things, so it was only the school preparation. I never prepared for it in my placement journey or in my college journey. Now coming to the coding platforms, see, according to me nowadays lead code is something which you can prefer as a coding platform. I'm not saying that lead code is something you should only prefer, you shouldn't prefer other platforms. If you are into cp you can go ahead with code forces, code chef, different platforms are there. But lead code is something which is having questions from companies as well. They are also conducting contest as well which you can give. So I guess lead code is the best platform which I would say you can prefer for learning anything or solving questions in ds algo, giving contest as well. So my preference would be lead code, but it differs from person to person.
Okay. Next question. How can we increase our ATS score? This is interesting.
Okay, so ATS score. So I guess there are some softwares available on the internet where you can just put on your resume and you can see that what is the ATS scores. But again, the ATS scores increases. First thing, always see the grammatical errors in your resume because it will ultimately decrease your ATS score. So always check the grammatical mistakes in your resume so that your ATS scores get increased. Next thing is, I guess objective is something that people usually mentions in their resume, but this is not gonna add any value because ultimately no one is gonna ask that what is your objective. They will ask that give me a brief intro about yourself, and there only you can cover that particular part. So objectives is something if you want you can remove. And again, ATS scores depends on companies to company. So if you're applying for a Java developer, the ATS score would be key. If someone mentions more about Java skills, the ATS score would be more. So if you are applying for a Python developer, so someone who mentions more skills about Python, the ATS score would be more. So it differs from job description to description. But to increase your ATS scores, uh, get your resume like away from the grammatical errors. Get your resume matched with at least skills with the job description, and also what was the third thing I forgot? Just okay. So get your resume away from the grammatical errors. Get your resume matched with the job description and all the skills. And the third thing is ki, yeah. So the third thing is ki many a times companies give this criteria that people who are having 8 CGPA above or 8.5 CGPA above can only apply. So that thing is also something which would add in lowering your ATS score if that doesn't match. So these all things you can keep in mind.
Okay. Next question is, can you suggest resources for Figma? How did you learn UI?
Okay. So basically, see, learning about UI. See, that time when I started with web dev, na, I wasn't much aware about like resources like React, a tech stack like React or Angular. I was a person who learned HTML, who learned CSS, who learned JavaScript, and then made a front end website. So I started with that, and then again for the backend, learning Node.js and then MongoDB, and the backend integration was also done. So I wasn't much exposed to React or tech stacks like React.js or AngularJS at that particular time. But I saw that with the increasing trend, people started working on these particular this particular tech stack. So when I was working in my working as a 6 months intern in Walmart, that time I get my exposed myself exposed to React.js. So what I did in my final year project, the project which I built used in Walmart, like it was a customer application tool. So that kind of like, I won't say a similar project because that won't be helpful because we can't expose everything, but kind of a similar project, like kind of a customer tool I made, and that time I used React for making that particular project. So UI is something like, I guess there are many tech which is coming like day by day. Everything is new tech stacks are coming day by day. So it totally depends here ki what type of tech stack you need to use. I guess if you learn React, then React Native is basically used for developing applications. So that is a good edge on that. But most of the companies use Java for backend development. So Java is also a good language if you want to explore. Again, Python is also a good language if you want to explore because Python makes you exposed to the AI and ML part of the Sorry, actually, I'm speaking from that time, and I'm just getting. Just give me a 2 minutes break. Okay.
No
So,
problem.
yes. So in Python also you can get exposed to many fields like AI, ML, and you can develop many projects there. So Python is a language in, like, if you are having a good command on Python, you can make projects on web dev as well. You can make projects on AI as well. You can make projects on ML as well. And coming to Figma, I don't have much idea about Figma, so I won't comment much on that. But for the UI UX part or for building a website, you can follow these steps, or your, what you can say is, follow the tech stack which you feel is kind of latest. Like Vue.js, I heard that it is kind of a latest technology which came. So there are many latest technologies which came day by day, so you can use any of that. But again, Java, if you are using it, would be helpful in backend development. If Python you are using, you can make web development applications, AI, ML applications as well. And if you are using React, then you can go ahead with the app dev as well and web dev as well.
Okay.
Next.js is
So,
also what someone commented in the comment section.
so guys, we are running out of time. So I'll take only one last question, which is how to identify genuine as well as fake job offers or emails.
Um, Actually, nowadays it's very difficult to identify genuine and fake profiles as well. So yes, I've seen on LinkedIn that many people, I don't know, just to garner views or whatsoever reasons, they post some of the fake job openings. They mention it that it is for 2023 graduates, and when you open that job opening, you see that it is for someone who is having 1+ years of experience. Also, you get some messages, yeah, work as a part-time instructor, get 20,000. So yeah, just ignore that things. What I can say is keep to stay updated about the genuine job openings. There are multiple Telegram groups you can be a part of. There are multiple YouTube channels also you can subscribe to. So there is one Telegram group which is Arsh Goel. So he posts about all the internship opportunities on his YouTube channel as well as Telegram channel as well. So you can go ahead and follow him. There is also one Telegram channel, job internships and placement update. So that also you can follow. So see, if you can see some of the videos on YouTube, or if you can see some of the job openings on Telegram, then only go ahead and apply. Don't apply to such links which you get in inbox that apply now and these that. Also, one more thing, what you can do is if you are seeing any what to say, if you are seeing any job opening, just go to the job ID, and in the official company's site on the careers portal, you can search for that particular job ID. If that exists, that is a genuine opening, else it is a fake.
Okay. All right, guys. So as we conclude this event, as we are running out of time, so thank you so much, Riti, for your insightful session and informative session, and for answering all the questions from participants. We have covered almost all questions. So thank you so much for that. And I want to thank all of you for joining us and being a part of this empowering tech community. Keep thriving, keep learning, and keep pushing boundaries. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, bye all.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.